Welcome to Chasing Curiosity TV. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. September 14th, 2025. A date that will be remembered as tensions in the West Philippine Sea reach a boiling point. The world watches in alarm as headlines flash across screens. Chinese Coast Guard vessels unleash powerful water cannons on a Philippine supply ship near the contested Ayungin Shoal, escalating an already volatile situation. On the water, Filipino fishermen, who rely on these rich fishing grounds for their livelihoods, report near-daily harassment by Chinese maritime militia, their boats often blocked or chased away. In response, Manila files yet another diplomatic protest, adding to a growing stack of grievances that seem to fall on deaf ears in Beijing. These aren't just headlines, they represent the front lines of a dangerous and unpredictable standoff in the West Philippine Sea, where every encounter carries the risk of escalation. For years, this region has simmered with tension, as rival claims and military posturing have kept the peace fragile and uncertain. Now, it's become a true flashpoint, one where a single miscalculation, a single wrong move, could ignite a much wider conflict involving not just the Philippines and China, but potentially drawing in other regional powers. The Philippines stands firm, determined to defend its exclusive economic zone under international law, and to protect the rights of its people to fish and navigate these waters freely. China, meanwhile, continues to assert its sweeping 9-line claim, challenging not only the Philippines but the very rules-based global order that governs the world's oceans. The struggle is visible every day: aggressive Chinese maneuvers, shadowing of Philippine patrols, and a relentless contest for control over vital fishing grounds in strategic sea lanes. Filipino sailors and Coast Guard personnel face relentless intimidation, what experts call gray zone tactics, a form of pressure that stops just short of open warfare but is no less dangerous. This is a war of attrition, fought not with missiles or guns but with water cannons, ramming, and constant maneuvering, a daily test of nerves and endurance. China's goal is clear: to establish control without firing a shot, hoping to gradually wear down Philippine resolve and normalize its presence in these contested waters. But the Philippines has reached a turning point. Diplomatic protests and words are no longer enough. The nation is now considering stronger measures to defend its sovereignty. The world is watching closely, aware that the outcome here could set a precedent for all smaller nations facing larger, more powerful neighbors. The question is no longer if the Philippines will act, but how it will respond to this growing challenge, through diplomacy, deterrence, or something more. And now, the answer is sailing over the horizon: a new Philippine warship, a symbol of resolve and a signal that the nation is ready to defend its future, whatever it takes. The Philippines is responding to growing regional tensions with a bold and ambitious modernization of its armed forces, placing special emphasis on transforming the Navy into a formidable maritime power. For decades, the Philippine fleet relied on aging, outdated ships, vessels that were no match for China's modern armada or the evolving threats in the region. These ships, many of which were hand-me-downs from allies, struggled to keep pace with the demands of modern naval warfare. Now Manila is investing heavily in advanced warships, acquiring new frigates, corvettes, and patrol vessels designed to patrol and protect the nation's vast maritime territory. This isn't just about buying hardware, it's about building a credible deterrence, fostering national self-reliance, and ensuring the Philippines can stand on its own in the face of external threats. Billions of pesos are being allocated under the revised AFP modernization program, with a clear priority on the Navy's urgent needs and long-term development. The program includes not just new ships, but also comprehensive training for sailors, the adoption of new doctrines, and the integration of advanced surveillance and command systems to enhance operational effectiveness. The ultimate goal is a Navy that's not just equipped with modern tools, but truly capable, ready to respond to any challenge, anytime, anywhere. The results are already visible. A new generation of warships is entering service, bringing greater speed, resilience, and cutting-edge technology to the fleet, and raising the standard of Philippine naval power. These ships are more than just military assets. They are a source of national pride and a powerful symbol of a nation determined to defend its sovereignty and secure its future. The aim isn't to provoke conflict, but to make any act of aggression too costly for any adversary, reinforcing a defensive strategy that prioritizes peace and stability. This marks a new mindset, one focused on long-term security, resilience, and safeguarding the Philippines for generations to come. The era of a modern Philippine Navy has truly begun, ushering in a new chapter in the nation's maritime history. Why invest so heavily in the Navy? Because the threat is real and immediate. China commands the world's largest navy, plus a massive coast guard and maritime militia. These forces enforce China's claims with constant, overwhelming presence, often using civilian vessels for plausible deniability. Filipino ships face ramming, blocking, and water cannons, tactics designed to intimidate and coerce. Responding with force risks escalation. Doing nothing means losing control of Philippine waters. Old underarmed ships were simply outmatched, unable to enforce the country's rights. That's why modernization became non-negotiable. The Philippines needs ships that are fast, resilient, and well-armed, a credible deterrent to gray zone tactics. New warships level the playing field, not to start a war, but to prevent one. This is about survival, ensuring Philippine sovereignty in its own waters. Modernization is the only way forward. The arrival of the BRP Miguel Malvar and BRP Diego Silang marks a new chapter for the Philippine Navy. Launched in South Korea, these corvettes are named after Filipino heroes, symbols of the nation's fight for freedom. Their acquisition was a top priority, part of a strategic partnership with HD Hyundai under the Military Modernization Program. Sea trials proved their impressive performance, meeting the Navy's stringent requirements. These ships are not just patrol boats, they're sophisticated, multi-mission warships. As they join the fleet, they double the number of modern surface combatants, providing greater flexibility and presence. They surpass the Jose Rizal-class frigates, becoming the new backbone of the Navy. Their arrival is a game-changer, giving the Philippines a robust presence in the West Philippine Sea. The new guardians are here, sentinels for the nation's maritime domain. What makes these new corvettes truly formidable? And why are they considered a game-changer for the Philippine Navy? It's all about their advanced design and state-of-the-art systems, which set them apart from older vessels in the fleet. Built for both speed and endurance, these ships can respond rapidly to emerging threats and maintain a strong, persistent presence even in distant waters, far from the safety of home ports. This allows the Navy to project power and safeguard maritime interests over vast areas. Their combat systems are designed to deliver a powerful punch, featuring anti-ship missiles that can strike at long-range threats, a versatile 76mm main gun for surface targets, and multiple secondary guns for close-in defense against fast-moving boats or aerial threats, ensuring layered protection. In anti-submarine warfare, these corvettes are equipped with advanced sonar systems and torpedoes, a crucial capability the Navy previously lacked, now allowing them to hunt and neutralize underwater threats. For anti-air defense, they feature a modern vertical launching system, enabling them to fire surface-to-air missiles and intercept incoming aircraft or missiles before they can pose a danger. All these systems are seamlessly integrated by a sophisticated combat management suite, which fuses radar, sonar, and a network of sensors to provide the crew with total situational awareness and real-time information. This means the crew can detect, track, and engage multiple threats at once, coordinating their response with precision and speed, even in the most complex scenarios. These are, without a doubt, the most powerful and technologically advanced warships ever to fly the Philippine flag, marking a new era for the Navy. They represent a quantum leap in capability, bridging the gap between past limitations and future ambitions for maritime security. With these new corvettes, the Philippine Navy is now better equipped and fully prepared to face the complex maritime challenges of the 21st century, ensuring the nation's sovereignty and safety at sea. The mission of the BRP Miguel Malvar and BRP Diego Silang is clear: assert Philippine sovereignty in the West Philippine Sea. Their presence deters aggression and reassures Filipino fishermen. These ships lead territorial defense patrols, monitor activity, and gather intelligence on foreign vessels. They protect vital sea lanes and ensure safe access to fishing grounds. Interoperable with allied navies, they participate in joint patrols and exercises with the US, Japan, Australia, and South Korea. Joint operations send a powerful message of unity and commitment to a rules-based order. In a crisis, these ships can respond rapidly, giving the government more options. They can de-escalate with credible force or defend national interests if needed. These corvettes are a flexible, powerful tool for national security. The new corvettes represent a quantum leap from the legacy ships they replace. Old vessels were slow, underarmed, and technologically outdated, no match for modern threats. The new ships are faster, more enduring, and vastly more lethal. With anti-ship and surface-to-air missiles and modern torpedoes, the Navy can now engage threats from hundreds of kilometers away. This leap in capability transforms the Philippine Navy from a coastal patrol force to a true blue water navy. Advanced combat management and network-centric systems make these ships force multipliers. The entire fleet's effectiveness is enhanced. This is the most significant upgrade in the Navy's history. The Philippines can now project power and defend its interests far from shore. The era of a modern, lethal Philippine Navy has arrived. Naval modernization is intertwined with strengthening alliances. The partnership with South Korea goes beyond shipbuilding to include training and technology transfer. The U.S. remains the Philippines' key ally, with the Mutual Defense Treaty as the security bedrock. Modern, interoperable warships enhance joint exercises and alliance value. Japan, Australia, and European partners provide patrol vessels, training, and support for freedom of navigation. These partnerships create a web of security cooperation, isolating aggressors and reinforcing international law. Alliances offer diplomatic and political backing, not just military support. Joint patrols send a unified message. The international community stands for peace and open sea lanes. The new warships are the Philippines' ticket to full participation in regional security. They symbolize the country's commitment to regional stability. The BRP Miguel Malvar and BRP Diego Silang are more than ships. They're symbols of a renewed national spirit. They embody the Philippines' determination to defend its territory and chart its own future. Modernization brings domestic benefits, technology transfer, jobs, and a growing defense industry. Building more assets at home enhances self-reliance and economic growth. These warships are instruments of peace through strength, deterring conflict, and empowering diplomacy. They give the Philippines a stronger voice at the negotiating table. The nation is no longer a bystander in its own maritime domain. The new guardians represent investment, capability, and strengthened alliances. They are the steel embodiment of national resolve. The Philippines is ready to meet the challenges of the 21st century, strong, sovereign, and secure.